The houses you see around you are all solar houses. I don't know if you know that. Did you notice?
So Elon Musk came out and said that all of these tiles on the roofs were solar power. And then 1 year later, we found this out. The company does acknowledge that the demos Musk unveiled at Universal Studios were not functional. I repeat, they were not functional. So imagine that. Musk actually came out and lied to all of us. Just listen to what you're saying.
So that's what it looked like before. Now that's all solar. Yeah.
One more time, Musk.
Or now that's all solar. All solar houses. Did you notice?
Right here, he is gaslighting us. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in their victim's mind. Gaslighters are seeking to gain power and control over the other person by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition. Musk is a master at that. Just look. So Elon Musk is presenting this product on a Hollywood set from Desperate Housewife. I guess he was desperate to get this deal done. This product is as real as a Hollywood set. Look at that stare. He's selling a product that does not exist. We have to say, he is a master manipulator. Look at that look. Amazing. It's kind of funny that he said it's not that complicated because he didn't manage to do it.
It's pretty straightforward, really. It's like, not that complicated.
And they said the same exact thing about the loop and the hyperloop.
Kind of complicated, and I mean, yes, there's math, but it's really not that hard.
It still sounds pretty complicated, Elon.
It's really, I swear, it's not that hard.
Down a 500-meter long tube. That's why it was so surprising that at the start of 2022, the firm axed half its staff and announced it would no longer be attempting passenger travel.
Virgin Hyperloop gave up, and Elon Musk also gave up. Didn't they say it was easy?
It's like a tube with an air hockey table. It's just a low-pressure tube.
After years of failure, Elon Musk's boring company claims it will finally test a full-scale Hyperloop this year. Yeah, right, he says that's every year. One can trick regular people and investors, but he can't trick mechanical engineers who spoke years ago that availability of such tiles noticed the biggest challenge in making them work would be related to the sheer number of transistors needed. They were skeptical that Musk had cracked the aesthetically integrated building tile at the point in time. Their concerns were primarily centered around fire risk, expense, and efficiency. So let's see. This was in 2019. Let's see if the engineers got it right. This is an article from 2001, 5 years after the presentation. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said on Monday that his company made significant mistakes in his solar roof tile project that have led to further cost overruns and delays, just as the engineers predicted. So now we have it. They had a fake product. They had no idea how much it would cost. They knew nothing. How is this guy a genius? And they had no idea how to make it. So the whole presentation was fake. It was faked, and I mean, Steve Jobs did that with the iPhone. They kind of had a programmed route where to click exactly so it doesn't crash. And he speculated that the engineers would solve it by the launch date, which they did. But this is quite different, as Steve Jobs actually, they had a product, a lot of things were working, they just need to iron out a lot of things. Elon, he presented a product that does not exist. They don't know how to build it, they don't know how to make it cost efficient, they don't know how to do anything. So the whole thing is faked from start to finish, which is totally different than the typical San Francisco saying like, fake it until you make it. Well, this is fraud, this is not faking, this is a whole nother level. So why was Elon Musk doing this? What was the reason behind it? So let's see, what was his motive? Did he have any motive? Elon Musk is the largest shareholder in SolarCity, and the company was facing serious financial troubles. So he definitely had a motive. And SolarCity was facing bankruptcy. So there's two motives. Despite the problems, Elon Musk continued to defend the merger, calling it blindingly obvious. But was it? So there we have it, CNBC right, why Tesla's solar business hasn't taken off as Elon Musk promised. He hasn't lived up to the promise because this is all Musk does. He promises and under-delivers. That's his talent. Just like the loop, just like the Hyperloop, just like everything he's ever touched. That's his talent. So who created Elon Musk? Who made this monster?
See on this chart that the rate was lowered to nearly 0% in 2020 to boost the economy at the beginning of the pandemic.
A 0% interest rate in the world has made this possible, that you can borrow at almost nothing and just keep buying up companies at the companies that actually never make a profit. The company are burning money every single day and you buy it, just like we did with Twitter. Twitter has been losing money every single day and he bought it for a humongous amount of money, which he doesn't have. He borrowed that money, so he's a moron. We have had historic low interest rate for 15 years and during COVID we have had even lower rates. So anybody who has had a lot of debt has benefited from this, like Tesla and Musk. The central bank set the rates to 0% during COVID and that made the stock of Tesla go from $28 up to $407. That's where a lot of the money went and Tesla has benefited from that. Now as the Fed is raising rates to stop inflation, all of this money has to go out of Tesla somewhere else. Maybe commodities, but I'm guessing into AI. The hype has already started.
Generative AI, AI as AI.
And this Tesla bubble is gonna be one of epic proportions, where the whole thing goes either bankrupt or close to bankruptcy. We can't have another bubble in Tesla because these guys can't stop printing money. They just keep printing and printing and we can see it go in the stock exchange
Simply
again.
flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally.
What these central bankers don't understand is when you print money, it can go everywhere. You can't decide where the money will go. The money will go somewhere. Last time they printed in 2008, 2009, it went to the stock market, real estate, so it created the wealth effect. It actually tricks us that we're richer than we actually are. That's the wealth effect. That's the problem with money printing. It creates this wealth effect. It's fake. So Tesla has benefited from this money printing because a lot of the money went into the stock exchange. And once this money switched direction going to commodities, all of these companies that have benefited from money printing will suffer a lot. That's why the last few years we have had a bunch of meme stocks, which is a funny term, a meme stock. Like what is a meme stock anyways? It's like a joke of a stock. That's what it is, a joke. That's why they all collapse. And the problem with Elon Musk is he's never made a business that actually makes a profit. He makes revenue, but he loses money every product. So there's an old saying on Wall Street like, we lose money on every sale, but we make it up on volume. Which is stupid because you're just gonna go bankrupt faster. So that is Elon Musk's talent. He's great at taking investors' money, promising a bunch of stuff, and then just burning the money like a huge fire, like enormous fire. This is actual footage of Elon Musk.
Goddamn lighter fluid out there. That can't use that shit. We gonna put all 2 gallons of gasoline on this wood and make a fire. We gonna eat a hamburger, okay? Here we go. Charlie, throw the match. Now that's a fire. That's a fire. Look at that. Look at that. He be all right. Roll Charlie around. Roll him around a little bit.
That's what he does. He takes the investors' money, the pension funds, the government, and just burns it all. And the world thinks of him as some kind of genius. He's not a genius. He's a money-burning inferno machine. Like Teslas, you know, they catch fires all the time. That's what he does. He burns money. Wondering, like, how is this guy genius? Like, look at all the mistakes he's doing with Twitter.
Elon Musk has said there's been a massive drop in revenue. He blames it on activist groups. Who's leaving?
Audi's leaving. GM is leaving. Pfizer is leaving. Really big names are leaving, Emily. And to your point there, Elon was tweeting.
So all the advertisers have left Twitter. So he bought Twitter when Twitter was burning money like crazy. He bought it overpriced. And then after that, he scared away all the investors, all the advertising. I mean, what an idiot. Can you imagine scaring away all the advertising on a platform that lives off advertising? Oh my god. What an idiot. So let's go back to SolarCity. How much did they pay for SolarCity? And how many solar rooftops have they installed? Only 3,000? After all these years, he has already installed 3,000 solar roof systems. And they were thinking of 1,000 a week. A week! And they installed only 3,000 since 2016. Oh my god. And he paid 2.6 billion to produce 3,000 solar panels. This is the greatest mind of our time. Yeah, right. A bigger scammer than Elizabeth Holmes.
Multiple attempts to stay out of prison while she tries to overturn the conviction, but her latest
Just
bids
like
were
Elon
rejected.
Musk.
Today, she entered the
Going to
minimum
jail.
security federal women's prison
Just
camp
what Musk
located
did
in
100
Bryan,
times
Texas.
worse.
Leader and CEO of Theranos was once considered by some to be the face of a new age of technology.
First they think you're crazy, then they fight you, and then all of a sudden you change the world.
She swapped her signature black turtlenecks for a khaki uniform.
Yeah, she changed the world
prison
just
nicknamed
like
Club
Musk
Fed
did.
is where many
Not.